welcome to our live conversation with the amazing Marco Benedetti. I feel Marco doesn't need any introduction on my channel, but if you are only discovering his decks, they are absolutely incredible. And let me just say that Marco is not only one of my most favorite card makers, but also he is one of the most knowledgeable people I met in the tarot world. And I think I've lost Marco here for a little bit, but I'll just continue with his introduction until he joins back. So yeah, Marco is one of the most knowledgeable, kind, and approachable people I have met in tarot world, but also in real world. And we'll just wait for him to come back as I've lost him, but I'll just say hello to you all. Technical difficulties. I don't know why he dropped because everything was just fine a minute ago. All right, so Cheryl, hello Cheryl, waving from California, and hello Anne. So nice to see you both here. I'll just message quickly to Marco, but yes, so today, as you know, as the title of the live stream suggests, we are with the personal Modrone tarot from Marco, and that's a very exciting deck. And I know, well, Cheryl, and I know you, Anne, you have both of, or you have this deck, and well, I think you have 2 copies as well, right? I'll just quickly message to Marco. He just dropped. I'll just wait for him to come back. And please let me know, is everything streaming okay? Like the sound is okay, and the visuals are okay, the speed of the chat is okay? Everything looks great. Yes, you have both sizes. Ah, yeah, he's back.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Hello.
Oh, sorry, I had a problem.
I introduced you very nicely.
I have the screen locked.
You are a little frozen, yeah, but let's give it a second.
Wait a minute, I have feedback. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah, now it's much better. Yeah, we're all good now. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So yeah, I have introduced you already, Marco. I said all the nice things about you, that you're one of my favorite people. You're one of my favorite card makers. So officially, Marco, buonasera, and welcome to our 5th conversation on my channel.
Hello, everybody. Hello, Han.
Yeah, so Cheryl and Anne are here. They were here first. So yeah, whoever is coming in, just please say hello. And yeah, we are only a little bit, like only 4 minutes, so we're all good. I'll just quickly turn my live chat as well on my YouTube, because I was messaging you on Facebook just now, so I don't miss the comments here. All right, so Marco, today, of course, our focus, the main focus, will be your newest Visconti Modrone tarot, your personal deck. But before we get into it, I have a question that quite a few of my tarot friends ask me, and people who are especially new to historic tarots, new to the earliest historic tarots. So can you quickly take a moment to mention what illuminated tarots are, which one is most complete, and how people can tell them apart?
Sure. Okay, the illuminated tarot what are decks with illuminated background and details in gold and silver. We have mainly two groups of these decks. The groups made in the north near Milano for the Visconti family, and various decks made in southern part of Italy, I think in Florence, someone maybe in Ferrara. And these are the decks like Charles Cis, Ercole d'Este, and the other two decks that I used for remaking the Charles Cis. These decks are important for the main reason is they are the only decks that we have for the 15th century, except for the sheets from Budapest and Rosenwald. Everything we have. And it's also possible that tarot was invented in one of these courts. This is my personal opinion. Of course, we cannot prove either hypothesis. I think that a game is so complicated with rules and also as a building of the sequence of the cards should be made by a literate person, not just a card maker or a ignorant artisan. I repeat, just an opinion, nothing to prove that this was invented or just somebody in a court say, "Wow, I see the peasants are using this deck. Let's make a luxury version." It's also possible that this is what happened. Anyway, for sure, except the two decks I mentioned that we have in cut sheet and colored, these are everything we have from the beginning of tarot. So this is just a good reason to consider they important. But this is nothing. The only thing. It's also more likely the most beautiful ever made, because we had some of the best artists of the epoch painting them. People like Bembo, or Scheggia, the one that maybe made the Charles Cis. And with all the due respect with the card maker we had later for, we had no more artists making decks after these decks for centuries. Now artists are making tarot decks, and I'm not saying that I approve this. It's just an observation. But speaking of the quality of the paintings, of course, you have nothing that you can compare to the Visconti or Charles Cis or Ercole d'Este decks in tarot.
No, because it seemed like I was lucky to view in Milan, in Pinacoteca di Brera. I had an appointment to view the Brambilla, like a few Brambilla cards that they have there. And of course in Accademia Carrara in Bergamo, a few of the Visconti Sforza. So I know how this embossing, how it looks, this illuminated ones. And once you see them, it just, why they're called illuminated. But so with the illuminated tarots, we have Visconti Sforza, Visconti Brambilla, Visconti Modrone, Ercole d'Este, and Charles Cis, right?
I lost you.
So with illuminated tarots, just to list them for our new people to tarot, to historic tarots, we have Visconti Sforza, Brambilla, Visconti Brambilla, Visconti Modrone, Charles Cis, and Ercole d'Este. I think that's it.
Yes, and then the Rothschild cards.
But Rothschild cards, they're just the sheets. They are not. They are not illuminated, or they're illuminated as well.
Yes, they're illuminated.
Illuminated.
Speaking of the cards I used for completing the Charles Cis,
Okay. Yeah.
there are two decks. The one I use for the pips and the one I use mostly for the court cards.
Mm.
There are two different decks in the Rothschild collection.
Okay. Yeah.
There
Yeah. I
is,
remember now. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, we had the.
just to list the decks that we know. Then we have fragments. We have the decks in the museum in Poland. I think they have two valets of spades. I think there is the famous chariot of Issy. Where is the museum? The French museum. I see. And there is one card that was found in this place, the famous Maître d'Issy. The decks that the important decks are this one, and the only one that have more than half of the decks. Okay, I mean Charles Cis, we have 17 cards. Okay, important, 16 majors, but 17 cards. Hercules 16. We have 74 for the Visconti Sforza and 77 for Visconti Modrone. So they are not complete, but I mean, it's important that at least half the deck is there.
Yeah.
I remember a friend a few days ago asking, "Now, why you don't you attempt remaking the Brambilla?" My goodness, Brambilla has just two majors. When I make, whatever I make them 20 more majors, compared to two originals, it's no more a Brambilla. It's something else. It's nonsense.
Yeah.
You
Because
can
Brambilla has the emperor and the wheel of fortune, and in Brera they have the wheel of fortune. So I remember it very clearly.
I lost again.
Yeah, in Brambilla the only two trumps, the emperor and the wheel of fortune.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. By the way, I used the Wheel of Fortune in the Modrone remake.
Yeah. Also, well, before actually, with Modrone, let's clarify the pronunciation because, in the English-speaking world, everyone calls it Visconti Modrone, but the correct name is Modrone. Why?
Modrone. I lost you again.
Yeah, why? Why Modrone? Like, was Modrone somebody also from? Because there was like was it like a house or of Visconti Modrone as well? Where does the title comes from?
It's the name of the family, the one of the owner. Visconti Modrone is a family.
Family as well. Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, yeah, that's what I read about
Villa
that.
was one of the proprietor before Brera. Visconti Sforza, both all these decks are two names. One is the Pierpont Morgan Bergamo deck, which is the Visconti Sforza, and the Cary-Yale, which is the Visconti Modrone. I don't like this, but that's how we found the work.
Yeah, I don't like this either. I prefer to, to have the original name. Yeah, and that's why I don't like Charles VI too. So yeah, the name was.
Yes,
All right, so Marco, with your personal Madrone, what were your personal reasons of embarking on such a challenging task, right? To complete, to construct, to reconstruct, and to make the Madrone deck a complete deck of 78 cards.
Yes, actually, I completed it in to 90.
Oh yeah, 90. Yeah, 90. Yeah.
Yeah, listen, we have a big problem. I lose half of the words you say. I only see your mouth moving, but I cannot hear you. So
Yeah, because
I think I have to try to reset because I cannot work this way. Sorry,
yeah,
try to.
maybe try to reset because people were saying that the
Okay.
sound is fine. So for those of you watching, please again, if you can just comment Marco's sound and my sound, how it is for you.
Okay, let me see if now. Oh, maybe it's working now. Let me. Now, because I was a window locked. Maybe here I have. A, no, 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 no. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. Sorry, just a second. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, and
Okay,
yeah, Sharon said that the sound is
okay.
great. So
Now I have the. I can hear you
yeah, and
better.
I'm saying, okay. So I will ask again then. So when it comes to your personal Madrone, so it was quite a big project, right? So what were your reasons on taking on embarking on such a challenge of completing, right, constructing and completing this version of your personal Madrone?
Hmm. Oh, I lost you again.
You lost me again. All right, so I'll just do
I
it
see
briefly.
I see your lips moving, but I cannot read
You
the
cannot
lips,
hear me.
unfortunately. So I try. I understand the question. Why they make this? Well,
Mm,
it's one of the few decks of the era that I love the most on tarot. You know that I'm started with the other Visconti my career as a tarot enthusiast. Modrone is a completely different job than completing the Visconti Sforza on Charsis. I start with Charsis because it was the first I made available for sale. Charsis is an attempt in which I could make things that normally you can't do. I mean, Charles is not coherent as a style in the cards. You have
mm,
Hercule d'Este cards that are different, so different from the Rothschild, for instance. But it was the only way to make a deck of Florentine decks of the era. So I think I made effort completing the deck. But of course, has a lot of defects also in the recreating of the pit cards. I know this, but it was what possible to make it, at least with with my skill. And completely different problem is Visconti Sforza, which is missing not just 4 cards. So making Visconti Sforza, you have to make a knight of coins, which is trivial. Everybody make it wrong, in my opinion, but make it right
mm,
is trivial. And the trio of spades, plus devil and tower. And this, of course, you cannot publish a deck with just devil and tower new when we have lo Scarabeo, il Meneghello, US Games, a lot of people making a version of Visconti Force. It was a nonsense.
mm,
I made this when I realized that I always hated the 6 cards of the first artist, of the second artist, sorry, of the Visconti Sforza. As you
mm,
probably know, Visconti Sforza was created as a 14 trumps deck, and we have all of them. It was completed maybe 25, 30 years later by the artists of really lower skill than Bembo. But what was, there's nothing to do with tarot. There are three women with something in the end. Nonsense. Not to speak of the baseball player in the Force, which was probably a portrait of Cesare Sforza, but it's nothing to do with tarot. So I always attempted for myself, I mean, before making tarot, remakes of the original Visconti, I mean, the Visconti Sforza with 14 trumps. And I used the classic tower from Charles VI, the classic devil from Agnolo Ebreo, the one I used for the remake of Charles VI, plus the Ercole d'Este cards, because what's interesting, Ercole d'Este has 8 trumps, and 5 of these trumps are in the 6 made from the second artist of Visconti Sforza. So with these 5 trumps, plus the strength for the forza from Visconti Modrone, which, by the way, seems made by the same artist of Visconti Modrone. So I don't know if Bembo made all the Visconti Modrone. Not everybody agree on this, but in my opinion, for sure made the Forza, because the face, the eyes are Bembo. My opinion. I'm not graduate in history of art, just my opinion. So this is what I used to do, but as a joke. Then this changed with I realized that I could make a thunder from a book of with a drawing by Bembo. So I made the card of the Folgore from the Visconti Sforza. And so it's a long story, made this, but it's a deck that started with a completion. So I made a alternate completion. So I just need to be better than the second artist, and it's not difficult to be better than the second artist. Visconti Modrone is completely different. First of all, we don't need another Visconti. We have the Visconti Sforza. So we're making just to remake. We must push on what Visconti Sforza, Visconti Modrone is unique. First, the most important thing, is, in my opinion, is that it has 6 cool cards instead of 4. I mean, it's the first and only, in my opinion. In Italy, we call it the pink quotes. I mean, the parity of gender. We have 3 men and 3 women, and also you need.
Yeah, and we'll get to them. We'll talk about them a little later. Yeah, the 6 chords for every suit. We'll talk about them later. Yeah.
Sorry, I never understand what you're saying.
Yeah, 6 of court cards. We'll talk about them a little later once we get into the cards.
Okay, but is a reason why I made this deck. So
Yeah.
We talk in deep on this, but I have to talk it now. 1 second.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
About this 1 second. Okay, thank you very much. This is one of the most the first reason why is it was making this deck, because it has this particular set of court cards. I imagine, for instance, playing different society games. People playing with these cards. I'm thinking now, one thing that Cheryl wrote a few days ago on her blog. She's absolutely right. Valets are not servants. in these decks and these Visconti decks are a young page, are a young noble that one day they will be the king or the knight. They are cherubino, not a servant. And this is make this deck special. Also, another reason is Modrone is richer than Visconti Sforza. Visconti Sforza was made a few years later in more economical way. So it's again a very expensive deck, but it was making more economical. For instance, the gold of the figures is not 24 carats, but is legal. I don't remember exactly what the other metal, but it's not pure gold. And when you can see that the 14 original cards of the Visconti Sforza is a different gold than the Visconti Modrone or the 6 remade cards. And I lost the point. Yes, is a richer card. So another point, all the king, queens, emperor, and empress, generally there are the minor figures. I like to think of the minions, the minions of the king or the queen, and you have to consider that the king. One of the king of Visconti Modrone costed more than a king of Visconti Sforza because it's a more complicated drawing, and the price of drawing went this way. Also, the colors used. If you wanted a purple, you have to pay a surcharge for the purple because some colors were particularly expensive. So I cut this. If you can make it full, is a richer deck, and which is extra this plus of the 6 stamps. Also, another way to use the 6 stamps is selecting for in the 6. For instance, you can take women for cups and coins, and men for spades and wands. For just a sample, or just compose for a reading that you want to make. Today we have to make a reading regarding only women, so I only use the knights and pages of women, or vice versa, so to say. So this make it special, and I make the first remake completion attempt completion when Yolon, the owner of Tarot Wheels, is this website on tarot, wrote that, and he's completely right in my opinion, that Visconti Modrone was originally a deck with 80 cards, 5 by 16. I mean 4 16 suites plus the 16 a 2. Like said before, Visconti Sforza was 14 trumps, so it's 70 cards. We are almost sure that Brambilla and Visconti Sforza were decks with 14 trumps and 70 cards in total, and Modrone 16 trumps, so 80 cards. I made a completion according to the theory of Yolan. You have some weak point in the theory, but it's not discussing this theory. Actually, the only missing answer was prudence with the 7 virtues. So I know that there is a nice prudence by Pollaiolo. So they say, okay, let's make let's build it with the painting of Pollaiolo, and made the other missing cards using the Visconti Sforza or Brambilla cards. but without remaking. I mean, when I needed the Knight of Wands, I used. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
No, I lost the window. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I use this is just the Visconti, the Brambilla cards. Is different. Is a different dress, as a arrow, not a wand. But it's just something for playing. Also, because it was very clear to me that nobody would want to buy a deck with 16 majors only. I think that US Games made a big, enormous mistake when they first published it, and the I-80s, the first version of the deck, making it with only 22 majors. Yes, this is the same edition I have.
Yeah.
The second is a little better because they made better borders, but they made this mistake. They didn't replace. They pretend that the three cardinal virtues should replace popes and star.
Yeah.
They shot in the feet, in the foot. Nobody would use it as a tarot deck. What it costs to put 3 more cards? Really unbelievable. Anyway, did this way. Dammit, the
Michael Dammit.
yes, Michael Dammit hypothesized that the deck had 89 cards. US Games made 86, so 22 to 16 by 4. He hypothesized 89. Why? Because if standard tarot is 14 and 21, 21 is 1.5, 14, 1.5, 16 is 24, plus the full 25, so 89. And this is what lo Scarabeo made. And that's the minimum. The minimum to have 22 modern traditional majors, plus 3 cards, 3 cardinal virtues. Now, I admit, I made as the first card I made is Prudence. No, it's Prudence already. But say, well, if I to make a deck which all the virtues, is very unlikely that Modrone had was missing Prudence. Also, the theory of the 16 cards assume that Prudence is there, and if you want, these 16 cards are included in the 26 I made. So I said, okay, I need 22 majors, 22 standard majors, the 3 existing virtues, and Prudence, 26. Total with the minus is 90, which is frankly is a good number. If I think, I'm more convinced that by a deck projected with 90 cards than 89. I mean, but honestly, I think the deck had only 80. Because if you consider that even the Visconti Sforza was made a few years later, originally had only 14 majors, so it was with the suite majors the same size of the suites. It's difficult to think that the oldest of the Visconti decks had the 1 by 1, the multiplied by 1.5 number of
Yeah.
But of
But
course,
wasn't it only Visconti Modrone had the 3 extra virtues? We have 4 cardinals, so we have temperance, justice, strength, and prudence, and also they had 3: faith, hope, and charity. And other illuminated tarots, they did well. We don't have reference that other decks have it. It's unique to Modrone.
Speaking of tarot, yes. Actually, I remember there is a deck in. I don't remember the name of this deck. It was based on a Teia, which has the Prudence card. There's a man standing on a feet. It looks the hanged man reversed. But the four missing virtues are only in the Minchiate, of course, Minchiate. Actually, I tried to find a place for these extra cards. I also tried the same place of the missing after the tower. And so,
You're talking about the Minchiate Florentina.
yes, the Minchiate Fiorentine. I lost the last one a few days ago. I have no more Minchiate to sell.
I'm so glad I have this one from Rome. I love it. It's very charming. I absolutely love it.
Yes.
All right, so let's go through the deck, right? So, do you think it's better that I will be showing the cards and then you will be doing comment? So we'll begin with the major arcana, and I will show the cards, and you will make a comment where it comes from, if it was the original.
I want to just say just one more thing before we make the flip through. One, speaking of how to complete the deck, there are many ways of do it. Now, not to mention that I'm not a painter. I mean, the artist who make the Lo Scarabeo deck, I don't know his name, or Luigi Scapini, which is a great artist. I have great respect for Luigi Scapini. I cannot even compare with them. But I'm sorry, I'm not satisfied with the drawing. You see that they are modern remake, and I cannot stand them. In any case, I cannot make better than them, making absolutely no way. So my only way to operate is making the same game of Charles Cis, so picking cards here and there. Now, I tried to make many things. I also attempted one funny thing. You know that the Ercole d'Este cards are at the same place of the Visconti Modrone, the Cary-Yale library. They have the same proprietor. So I considered, well, the Hercules deck have also 5 deck cards missing in Modrone, not only in different cards, but 5 cards, no, 6, sorry, 6 cards missing from Modrone. So I thought, wow, you can make the Cary-Yale collection completion. That's something that the curators of Cary-Yale should have thought to do, but they didn't. But honestly, the style is different. But also, I had a problem with the fool of Ercole d'Este. This one is one of the best fool ever. I love this card. But first of all, it's absolutely out of style with a Visconti style. You see, you cannot see these things, a penis in Visconti decks. I mean, the Visconti Sforza, you have, you see the hair, but it's not vulgar. Also, but it's not only this. I think that this image, but maybe disturbing for many people. I mean, of course, I see it as innocent. They are innocent boys playing, but for many people, it's maybe very disturbing. So I couldn't really use this card as the main card. In one thing is you make in Charles Cis. If you don't like it, you can send it, you throw it away, but it's not the main card. And if I drop one of the card of the Visconti, the Ercole d'Este, everything falls. So I found another way. And the other way is the logical one is, let's say clear. Scapini and the other artists for Lo Scarabeo made copies of the original Visconti Sforza cards. The cards are copied, no, this is not the copy. This is mine.
Yeah, this is yours. Yeah, Visconti. I've got it here. I can probably find it. Yeah, mine are mixed up for my top tarot trumps. Yeah, yeah. While I'm looking, just highlight a few comments. Yeah, and also none of the illuminated tarots had a devil card, right? Devil card is missing everywhere.
Devil is missing everywhere, and we have only one tower, the one of Charles VI. And speaking of Visconti cards, if you do not, no, this is Visconti Sforza.
Yeah, that's what I'm showing you with the full. Remember we mentioned, I just found the Visconti Sforza one.
Yes. I lost it. What I was saying?
The devil and the tower. So the tower we only have in Charles VI.
If you don't consider the extra card, the 6th extra card of Visconti Sforza, in the Visconti Tarot, we miss 6 cards. So Devil, Tower, but also Temperance and the 3 astral cards, so Star, Moon, and Sun. And these are cards that to remake, but for the other 6 cards, because we have 8 cards in Visconti Modrone, 8 traditional trumps. So we miss. We have other 8 Visconti cards, not in this deck that you can use, and I use all of them. Then I use the other things for the other, and this is we can take. Now I think it was important to say that I used all these Visconti Sforza cards for the remake, and why I did it. So we can go. We can start.
Okay, we can go. So we'll just go one by one. I show the card and you comment if you took it from another deck, where it came from, what adjustments you made, because the blue colors in your Visconti Modrone are beautiful, right? So yeah, let's go. We'll begin with the full. Oh, I just wanted to show for people the backs are so beautiful.
Yeah, this is a fantasy back. The original is white. Explain why.
But they're so pretty, and we'll talk about paper once we do the cards. But yeah, so okay, let's go.
Yeah, the back is a standard back with late papers to make the card easy to shuffle. Your version has a late paper on both sides, so it's easier to shuffle than the other, but the other is good also. So this is, of course, the Visconti.
It's a demonstration. Okay.
This is the Visconti Sforza full, of course. Instead of a copy, I use the original, but I cut around the card and I changed the background. If you compare with the original that you showed 1 second ago, you can see the background, the carpet in the background as a different drawing. The Modrone is a more complicated, slightly more ornated background than the Visconti Sforza. One of the challenge of the remaking was preparing a carpet to use for the background of this card. So this is the full from Visconti Sforza, as well as the following 2 cards.
Yeah, and I just wanted to say to people watching or watching back, I will be doing a separate video with the camera close, for my walkthrough, so you will see how beautiful and detailed these cards are. Yeah, so next two cards we have the Magician.
Again from Visconti Sforza, Visconti Sforza. Now we have the first two cards from Modrone, with the Empress and Emperor.
So we have the
You can see we
Empress.
have three minions here around the Empress, and the Emperor is faced in front. Remember that the only Italian cards with the Emperor put on side are Charles VI and Visconti Modrone, are the only existing Emperor taken by side. Then after the one we have the Pope, of course, again from Visconti Sforza. Look at the eyes of these cards. It's how the Bembo's cards are alive.
Very much so. Beautiful faces and beautiful blues as well you used. Yeah.
This is slightly different from the other lover, the lover of Visconti Sforza. We have the umbrella with the symbols. The dog, I think, is marital faithfulness, something like this. And this is funny. The umbrella. We have the symbols of Visconti and Savoy family. Actually, Savoy was the wife of Filippo Maria Visconti, the owner of the deck, the person who paid the deck at least. But the wife was also closed in a convent, and the daughter is not from the wife. He had a lover. Then he obtained to have it legalized by the emperor.
Okay.
And I don't remember the name of the family of the mother at the moment, but if you show now again the card, you see the small flowers on the top of the umbrella. And these the same flowers are in the coat of arms of the family of the mother of Bianca, the daughter of Filippo Maria Visconti. We forgot to say that more likely this deck was made for the marriage of Bianca Maria Visconti.
As a gift.
Yes, a gift.
I find this card very beautiful.
So this is funny detail. So we have the formal as a coat of arms of the family, the duke and the wife, but hidden. Delmino, thank you, Cheryl. The Delmino coat of arms is signed by these flowers. By the way, Cheryl told me this a few days ago, needless to say.
Yeah. It's good to know, yeah.
Yeah, this is a funny detail. What I think we talk about this, and said, I don't know what this, why they put this. We discovered that maybe this is what they made. Then the chariot that is very similar also to the other chariot, but the difference is that it's covered. The other one, I don't know, maybe it's covered also the other one. And we have a minion also here. Well, this is the card that should be the chastity, if you accept the theory of your own theory of 16 majors, and this the chastity in Petrarca style. This is the weakest part of the theory because it's hard for me to see justice in this card is not a pen, it's not what she has in the end. One thing I like to say that I like to think that the woman in the chariot is the same in the world in the last card. So it's a celebration of Bianca. It's a travel through all the cards and then ends triumphant in the sky. So after this, what we have? I think you have temperance.
Yeah.
Yes, temperance. This is temperance from Ercole d'Este. Here is the original. This is also cut now. And this is the only existing illuminated temperance, except the one from the second artist of Visconti Sforza that I hate, that I do not consider. So the only one I can use. No, the only one except Chelsea. Sorry, Chelsea. So the only one I could use.
I like this one. I like the saturation because she almost like glowing, she has this beautiful like shine and glow to her.
Yes, I like this card. So the only one, but I like it. So it's
like
okay.
it. I think it's actually one of my favorite cards on the deck as well. Okay, so next we have these two virtues as well. So
yes,
we have
the first one is justice.
Yeah, justice and strength. Yeah.
Justice is obtained from Visconti Sforza, but is modified. If you have the original there, if otherwise I look for this.
Mine are mixed up. I can find it.
Here I have.
You got it. Hold on, I'll bring it. Which one are we? Who is the justice?
As you can see, I enlarged the figure to make it bigger, and I move the background with the night, etc. Now, two hypotheses on this card, the one I have not the modified. The artist realized too late that he made the drawing too small. He had too big empty space over and filled with the night. This is
so it was an error. It was a mistake.
It is very possible, but I like to think that Justice was the last in the version of 14 cards. So this make me think something like a curtain. This is the last of last majors. Is different. Imagine this gold that is not covering all the background, but in like a curtain closing. Anyway, this is not important. I modified this way. I think is better. Then we have the strength. This is the original one. The one I use also to complete the Visconti Sforza. This one I say that it's difficult for me to think it is not painted by Bembo, because the way it designed the face, the eyes, make me really think to Bembo. But of course, I repeat, I'm not graduated in history of art. And for sure, one of the most beautiful strength ever, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And so we have three here, and you added prudence as well, right? So you added the prudence as the fourth one.
Yeah, yes, this is the prudence, the Pollaiolo prudence obtained. Pollaiolo made actually 6 of the virtues. The 7th was made by Botticelli, maybe, or no, I don't remember who made the 7th. But anyway, prudence was made by Pollaiolo. The style is not. You cannot have a perfect style. It's just difficult to find the subject adapt to be converted in tarot card. If you only want it international Gothic style, you simply cannot find it. So you can do. Anyway,
All right.
it's not bad, this card.
No, because I think it's actually very good, and because it's consistency of the carpeted backgrounds, yeah.
Yes.
And then we have the wheel.
The wheel, this is the wheel from Brambilla. In this case, I didn't remove the background, so this the original Brambilla background, because well, the color at least is very close to the Visconti Modrone. So while the Visconti Sforza had to be changed also because it was different color, as we said before, because a different gold, blah blah blah. So it was, I think, a risk to make something that you see. You made the collage of the image in this case, because it's very complicated with small details. I left the original background from. It's the Hermit from the Visconti Sforza again.
Beautiful.
Yes. And the Young Man, of course. Well, now I think we have almost finished to pay the Visconti Sforza tax. I mean, most of the Visconti Sforza cars are passed through. Now this the beautiful deck from Modrone, which is more traditional in Italian style, closer to Charles VI. Again, the Visconti Sforza deck standing without the horse is the only.
Is the hollow in the no
Yes,
domino.
is with the heart and without the. I don't remember the name.
Scythe, yeah.
Yes. And the only one without the horse in Italian tarot, the Visconti Sforza. This one is beautiful.
I just want to, and the faces are so beautiful and so defined, refined.
Yes.
Very nice. Okay, now to the interesting card. Talk about the devil.
This is not existing cards. Well, this obtained by a fresco of the end of 15th century by Taddeo di Bartolo in San Gimignano, I think. It was a final justice, the final judgment. Actually, is various vision of hell. It is people who are being cut, a lot of tortures. Anyway, this is the tale of the deck. I've read it on my hard disk for at least 10 years.
Okay.
Before I thought it was difficult to obtain all these small details. I didn't like the ribbons. It was too difficult to remove them. Then I realized that we have ribbons with also written also in the fortune on the wheels. So not people had the fumetto, the balloon. So I said, that's okay. The face is terrifying. So I have to say, having this card was one of the reasons to say, okay, I make a commercial version, because I couldn't use again the devil I used for Visconti Sforza. I was just not my creation, that the devil, so I want to change it. And finally, I make this, and one was one of reasons say let's go on. The other one is the next card, the Tower. This is a big thank you to Alexandra Miron, who sent me this image and said, why you don't make it? Actually, she asked me an extra card for the Visconti Sforza, because she bought the Visconti Sforza. And I have a few extra cards. She asked a weird devil. She liked it. And also she sent me this. So I said, it was difficult to heavily modify, because very elongated image. Anyway, modified a little. I obtained this card. I think is fantastic. I think it's the only way to raise to represent the something because the gold background. With the gold background, it's difficult to draw the thunder. When we arrive to Hope, I'll show you a detail of this. And this gold open is we have the rays only on the sky. In the original drawing, the sky was covering all the background. They have the rays going down, but you have enough to have the feeling of the gold rage punishing figures. And so I think this image is unbelievable. The best sunset tower I know. So immediately I adopted this. And this now you have the three more difficult cards that are
and they're beautiful. I think is actually you've done such a great job with those.
Well, this is a funny story of these three cards, and that these three cards are the model I use for my Visconti homage. I'll show you these cards. I use Vacchetta, Mitelli, and Monroe star as a model to synthesize these three cards that are cards. Then honestly, I forgot of these three cards. So when I made the Visconti Sforza rebuilt, I used different cards. So I have the piece of Apollo and Hermes, etc. Then I remember this in case I went back to the card I use. Of course, also here we have some detail that it's not perfect. You can the black lines on the legs of the sun of Apollo shouldn't be there because it should be painted. But I think I mixed it up things enough to make it credible. Same for the other two. Again, it's not international Gothic style, of course. You cannot everything.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have our Apollo. Hold on, I'll bring the Diana, from the Vacchetta.
Diana Vacchetta. See there.
Beautiful.
This is Mitelli, of course, the same.
Yeah, I have Mitelli behind, but yeah. But what you did also, just wanted to ask you about the detail on top. So we have the star, the sun.
It comes from
Charles VI.
The moon comes from Charles VI. The star from Ercole d'Este.
Yeah, they're beautiful. I think these three cards, they came out so nicely.
This is the original star from Ercole d'Este, from which I got the detail of the star.
But look at the colors.
Yes.
Very nice. The star, moon, and sun.
And now we have the last two that are original cards that are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. One of the most beautiful Judgment, and also the sun, the world, beautiful.
Very detailed. The world is. It's one of, I think, one of my beautiful historic. Well, probably the most beautiful historic world cards.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're the original. And you were mentioning, I just wanted to leave because you mentioned the charioteer comes back in the world card.
Yes. I mean, I think this is the same person. At least I like to think it's the same person. Is Bianca in both sides.
Yeah, makes sense.
We don't know what they really wanted. Now, I'm not sure. I think I'll put the four virtues at the end of the deck.
Yeah, I mixed them in, but I left the three theological ones at the end.
So, ecco, Here you can see
This one, yeah.
this is Faith.
With the cross.
The
Just for
cross.
people who don't know, yeah. Faith with the cross.
This is Charity.
Yeah. And the hope is praying with the, praying hands.
If you go closer with the upper corner, no, this card.
This one.
Now, yeah, okay. You can see the star, the quarter of star in the corner, in the upper right corner. And this is what you have to do to make there, yes.
Yeah.
There is a star, a quarter of star there. And you can see it doesn't work. It's one of the details that you lose when you try to make it only engraved on the background. That's why it's difficult to make a tower with gold background, unless you make it like in Charles with the thunder coming from a window of sky, like we make with the star, moon, and sun.
No, but this tower is fantastic, I think. Okay, so we're going now into the minors, and beginning with the suit of cups.
Yes. This
how many of them?
One of the few cars slightly restored. I mean, this was almost completely black. I didn't restore completely, but I lightened a little the background to make it more intelligible.
Yeah, visible. Yeah.
Yes. Well, it's a beautiful suite of cups, beautifully drawn. Well, it's a Marseille deck, so we cannot stay to speak. The Three of Cups has something. This detail to make me think.
But it's like what I wanted to bring in, that the silver originally they had it in silver background, right? And this one is much lighter, and this one is much darker because of the
silver
oxidation.
You know. The problem of restoring these things is silver oxidate and become black, while gold is not oxidable.
But it's added charm because some of the cards are cleaner and some are not, so it's kind of makes them look very real and very historic. But so I'll just go.
I love the original. I restored but it's more than restored. It's complete on one card, but I'll say when we reach it.
Now quartz, so the quartz of cups, right? So as you mentioned, this unique detail that we have 6 quartz cards in each suit.
Yes, here we have two. The first 2 rebuild cards. They are Queen and the female page.
So the female page will be the one on the horse, right? And the queen is standing.
No, the Queen of Page is the Queen of Page. These are the female knight and the female page. The one we are showing are the female page.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
And
okay, yeah. So this is the female knight and the female page, and then we have the male page and male knight.
Okay, I start again.
Yeah, you start again.
We have 2 cards remade. We have 4 originals and 2 not original. The 2 not originals are the Queen and the female page. Okay, now I'll show you how I obtained these cards. Where is sorry, I lost the card. Yeah,
I do it all the time. That's why I put them in piles. Okay.
So here we have the female page. Sorry, here the female page is obtained not remove the queen for a moment. This one. This is made with the self-loan, and lots of people ask, "Oh, what's self-loan?" Self-loan is used in other part of the deck to recreate the missing one. So this is the same card, mirrored, of course, with a new hat. The hat came from here.
Beautiful.
Because see this one is is a different hat. It's mirrored and used the dirty trick to color the background of the card sorry, I'm showing you the wrong card. Sorry, this is too perfect to be. Sorry, it's the knight.
Oh, this one. Hold on.
The female knight. Sorry.
Female knight. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, female knight.
Where is this? Where is the female knight? I lost the female knight. I have in my hand. Here. So the female knight has the hat from the female page, and is mirrored from this card. If you see the drawing on the dress, it's not the same card.
We're bringing this one back. Yeah. Okay.
No.
No.
Anyway, I was wrong again myself. Sorry. You were right. I was wrong. No, again, it's not this one. It's the night. It's so complicated. Here.
It's good for learning, though. It's good for me for learning.
Yes. Here we are. Here, this surflet. With a different hat is the same card mirrored. And if you see the design, the birds on the dress is the same. So here I just changed the gold with red, but didn't change the drawing on the dress. This is not perfect because the caps should be different. This drawing should be something like this, but you cannot have everything perfect. And the same for the queen. Where is the queen of coins? I know I have a queen of coins somewhere.
Yeah, you showed it before.
Yeah, it's the same story.
Yeah.
Just mirrored.
But
I think this is right. Yes, this is the right moment to show you one thing. Doing this, rebuilding the cards this way, I mean, taking one card and making the mirrored image, changing details. Sorry.
Yeah, go for it. I'll have a sip as well.
Is exactly what was made by Visconti, by Bembo. I have these cards. Let me show. Where are they? Sorry. Well, I prepared a few cards, but I can't see them. Oh, this is really annoying. Where are they?
While you're looking, I'll just quickly show the suit of which one is that? Batons. While you're looking, so just people can see for the suit of batons.
This is, I think, it's important to show these kind of details.
Yeah, absolutely. Just more like while you're looking.
I took away these cards and I put it somewhere here. Here they are. Sorry, here I am. These are both original Visconti Sforza cards. They're not remakes. Can you see is the same, exactly the same drawing mirrored.
Yes.
These are the other two queens. Again, from here, it didn't even both there to make the mirrored, just the same image. Different details, but absolutely the same image. This one, these two kings,
Also the
absolutely
same.
the same page, mirrored. Some small
Caption.
detail. Knight. So this is what Bembo made, and all the artists the epoca made, because they used at best the models. They have the models for making, and they use it. They squeezed the everything that they could from the models. They didn't invent a new drawing for everything. They use the mirror. So making remaking the cards in this way, of course, is also the easiest way when you can do when it's possible. But I think it's also the most correct way to make the restoration.
Yeah, and thank you for sharing this. I think it's very important and it's very helpful, for us who like to analyze our cards.
So you want to proceed?
Yeah, so I started like with the half of the suit of batons. I just pretty much flip through unless you stop me that
Yes,
particular line.
the pip cards don't need to be discussed, of course.
Yeah, I just wanted to show for people who haven't seen it. But as I said, I will be doing an up-close walkthrough. So now we are with the batons, with the
The court.
court card. So let's do the page, the female page and the knight.
Yes, these are original both.
Beautiful. I love the detail in their dresses as well, in their gowns. And then we have the male and female, male page and knight.
Yes, these are both from Visconti's Force. Another way to but look how this card changes with the new background.
Yeah.
Because these two cards are particularly dark, the original Visconti's Force. So if you compare this with the original, it's the same cards.
Yeah,
and
I just wanted to show that they're very cohesive, although these ones are Sforza, and these ones are from Modrone. You made them very cohesive. Yeah.
Yes, these two male are perfect together with the king. They have the same harmony.
And then we have the queen and the king.
Yes.
Nice.
Because we have 17 out of 24 of the cards, so only 7 is missing. These are the arrows. This is funny.
Yeah.
It's funny because in this deck, the Modrone, we have arrows in pip cards and standard wands, scepter in the court cards. While in the Brambilla, you have the exact opposite. You have standard wands in the pip cards, and arrows. It's difficult to see here the edge of the arrow, but believe me, here you have the edge of the arrow. So this is really strange. You make you also think maybe it was a mistake, the mix, but to have a mistake, you need that two decks were made at the same time. So you can imagine that they mix up, so they came up with the strange inversion. I also thought to use the Brambilla wands to reveal to be coherent with the seed, but I think it wasn't right. The deck was created this way. Is the way.
All right, so we are with the suit of arrows, or I refer probably was sword, but yes,
Here again, the wands. These
yeah.
these are really beautiful.
Mm.
Look at the details of the dress.
Yeah.
And next,
I must say, like in my tarot decks, I like shoes and I like beautiful dresses. So this deck for me is just so exciting because all the gowns, they're just so beautiful. And because I also like to use magnifying glass, like a magnifier to look
yes,
for details. Yeah, and they're just absolutely stunning, especially with the saturation and the colors that you used. Yeah. So male ones, so the male page and knight.
yes, the page is original,
Mm.
while the knight is recreated using the queen that you have just showed, using the dress of the
Wait,
queen.
yeah, yeah.
You see the tail of the dress. Speaking of the knight, not the
The knight, yeah.
okay, and this card. If you see, except the face and the head and the dress, the horse and the legs and the lower part of the dress are from these Brambilla cards.
Yeah.
I also changed the arrow. Okay, here and
But with your restoration, like if I put these two cards
but
together,
no,
if
again,
you don't know, you wouldn't tell.
sorry, I've not finished, but it's not finished because the face is different from
Mhm.
here. In fact, you see, you have the same face, sorry, of the card that you have just shown, the page.
The page, the male page.
Yes, so the knight is this knight with this knight, with this dress, with where is the page? Okay, in this page, the face and the head of the page.
Mm.
And in your term, this so 3 cards to create the knight.
But as I said, like you wouldn't tell, like if you don't know, you would think this one is the original.
Well, I try to. This is what I try to do to make it difficult to see the fake cards.
Yeah, I can imagine. Okay, so this one's on the king and the queen for this suit. Just put that.
The king is obtained from the king of coin,
I'll find king of coin. Now it's my last card.
and again the dress from the queen.
So we'll just do the king.
You see, is the same card mirrored.
Yeah.
Well, in this case, also I could change the dress with the. You see, the dress is like the queen with the same images.
Okay, and then with the coins, did you have to recreate any coins? I think you had
3 of coins.
3 of coins. So this is, I'll just show ace, 2, and this new one.
Yes, this is the Brambilla 3 of coins in the Modrone frame. Just a cut of paste and of course a little job to homogenize the colors, to make the colors about the same. It's not perfectly the same, but very close.
Yeah, very close. Yeah, just a bit lighter. And then these are the rest of them. And the last cord. So let me do the females first. Okay. These are the females. Is it? Yeah.
Yes, these are both originals.
Mm. And males.
This is fun. The the page is obtained with the head of the knight. See the head,
Yeah, yeah.
head and ear.
I'll just bring myself in so you just talk us through.
Yes. Wait, where is it? It was here.
So we're talking about this, the top right, the head of the page.
And this card, which is the Brambilla page.
Yeah, I remember the Brambilla. I remember seeing the original in Brera. So
I changed the head because of the head. This head is gorgeous, in my opinion. Actually, I wanted to do this using the two Brambilla cards. But at the end, I'm making the completion of Modrone. I couldn't do this. But I didn't want to have mixed one this way. Something like this I didn't like. So I changed the head for this. The other cards, as you can see, the card that you have is slightly different from the one I have.
the knight, yeah.
As you can see, here it seems pink while your is gold.
Yeah.
Now, this is. I've also read the funny stories. Maybe this is not the Knight of Coins. Please don't be ridiculous. Obviously, it's the Knight of Coins. Have also the same bird on the jacket that all the coin cards. But if you look at close at the image, of course not here, but if you go to on Yale site, zoom on the original card, you see that the card is just unfinished. For some reason, the engraver, the gilder, forgot did anyway. For some reason, he didn't put the gold on the dress of this card. Now, this card, this is a deck with color coded in the core card, so the colors are important. So I say, okay, I made the minimum possible restoration, but I filled the pink part with gold. So I'd say that I made 23 card and a fraction, but this is. I like to say that I didn't make a restoration of this card. I made a completion. So this card is not finished.
Completed with the gold. Yeah, no, that's great. And yeah, so the last two is the king and the queen, of course, right?
Well, the truth was faster than I made. And these are original boats. Actually, we have five of six core card of coins. The only one missing is the page. And so you're finished. We have 90 cards.
Yeah, 90 cards. Yeah. And they're just absolutely beautiful. Also, well, yeah, 90 cards, and you have two different options, right, for the Modrone. Mine are smaller because I wanted more the ones, because I like shuffling and my hands are very small, but you have a larger version as well. Can you talk about the differences? And maybe if you can just flip the camera or bring the card closer, maybe like two cards, one from the smaller version and one original, just to see the colors. Because I know that the colors, I think Cheryl mentioned in her blog, more vibrant in the larger.
You cannot see the different colors in the video. It's difficult to see only two. Actually, I have three versions because I make this small version. This one is the same paper of the big one.
Okay.
But I also have the version with delayed paper, easier to shuffle, the one that you have.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, these are the size.
Yeah.
If you remove welcome to everyone, I can show better the cards.
Okay, yeah, hold on, I'll just remove the banner. Yeah.
Thank you. So this one is almost 19 centimeter. So it's really, really big. It's bigger than Charles Cis, and I think it's the bigger card I know. The small version is 12 millimeter. Is about a Tarot de Marseille. Have you some Tarot de Marseille under?
Like the original, some kind of standard. I've got a standard card size, like tarot 12 by 7, 12 by 7 centimeters.
This is compared with Mitelli.
Yeah, and this is compared with just the standard tarot size, what, like if you have mass market decks.
Yes,
so the
but wider, of course, all the answered card, of course.
But just look at the backs again. They're just so, so beautiful. They make me so happy.
Yeah, this with the sponge.
Yeah. So with this tarot, do you have like favorite cards? Which do you think the originals of Modrone, and also your completion? Which are the strongest cards in your opinion in this 90 card Modrone?
Well, from the original, I like very much the strength, as I told you, so one of the best. And the world is beautiful. In the remake out, it's difficult to. I like to think to the three astral cards as a group. And for sure, I love the concept of Venus, Diana, and Apollo as the three subjects. I'm not 100% satisfied of the result. I couldn't make it better for maybe, I don't know. And it's not perfect, but it's a good rebuild. And I'm proud of the Tower and Devil. Yes, I think. Well, I shouldn't say these things. I think they are better than what we have available on the market for
sure, yeah. No, Tower is just fantastic. And I also think the ones that you included, I really, but look, because in Mitelli, one of my favorite cards is the Apollo in Vaqueta, in the whole deck. I like the star and I like the moon. So that's why, like for me, these two cards, I like them very, very much. And of course, this painting that you used as well, I think it's very fitting for the star.
Yes. Rare opportunity for not using the Botticelli one.
Yeah.
No, the big problem for making the Birth of Venus, finding another which is not the. Oh, I'm mixing the.
I must say, like, I like Botticelli Venus, but everyone does. And what are you working on now? Do you have any other because last time when you were here, we were talking about you were like, you were only beginning this Modrone project, right? And what are you working on now? Any particular deck? Because I know that you mentioned
Not at the moment.
At the moment.
I'm not more working at the moment. I think that I make the facsimile of Eliphas Levi deck, but I'm stuck waiting for the museum. They have to. They asked me to. They want to make the booklet. And it's okay. I'm very happy you make the booklet, but I have to wait and they make it. And I have the same for decks that I'm saying, oh, yes, tomorrow I write to the British Museum to buy the right permission to reproduce. I have the fake Mitelli to make, the Mitelli remade 100 years later. I have I like to make the double-headed tarocchino. I showed, I think, it's funny, tarocchino and painted. Valla, of course. Valla is ready.
Okay. I didn't know that Angela Valla is ready.
Yes, I have a Valla ready. Maybe I don't have a Valla. Let me see if I have a Valla.
Yeah, show us, because I haven't seen. I don't think I've seen your Valla tarot. Anyone in the chat? Have you?
Yes.
Mine was decks from Marco, and I know that they've been around for a while, but the Navarro and the Nablé, and I will be doing videos on them, but they're delightful. The colors in Navarro are so beautiful, and Nablé I love Nablé, and this one is a treasure.
Here's a prototype of Valla.
Let me just zoom you in. Yeah, show us a few cards. Oh, very nice.
Valla is a challenge because of the horrible Rivoltini. The Rivoltini made low quality. So restoring, making the deck printable without horrible sign was not easy. Anyway, Soli.
You came to say hello.
It's very big.
5.3.
5.3
kilos, yeah.
He's a very big cat.
He was there at my feet. He just came to say hello. He's very peaceful this morning, you see.
He's not interested.
No, he's very impressed. He's very peaceful. He is listening. Normally, he runs like a crazy little guy. And we have... Yes. Let me just... yeah, that's the Tarocchino you were talking about. Yeah. Beautiful colors. Is it your version already? Your printed by you?
Sorry?
Did you print this one? Is it printed by you?
Yes, it is prototype, my prototype. I only just say to the museum, I want to print this, how much? That's all. This funny, this how the Bolognese star should be. The three wise men presenting the gift. So they are looking the boy. The boy is in front of them, and this is, in my opinion, how it should be. Unfortunately, it's just a half card, but it gives the idea of the correct way to, because that way, with that crown in the air is it's not something that I understand. I don't new here. No more.
We have a question. Question from Eric. Are you planning to do a Budapest, Marco? They're currently very expensive due to the...
Actually, I did a Budapest, and then I stuck making the unpainted version. I said no, because I wanted to do something different. I made it, the Budapest, but the flat colors, I wasn't very happy. And I'm working on working. Sometimes I make some small progress with the watercolors. One of these days I'll finish Budapest, of course. I have the standard Budapest also with Rivoltini. But it's something I made for myself. But one day I'll do also this. Maybe I'll make well, it's possible that I'll make a convert. Not
Convert,
sure.
right? Yeah.
But something changed when I realized that I could make decks made by other person or company, because I have a special paper. So if 1 year, maybe more, okay, 2 years, let's say 2 years ago, I say, okay, I will not make a Vieville. There are lots of Vieville. We don't need another one. I say, no, I'm not saying that my version is better than the other. I don't pretend to say this, but at least I have something different. I have something to offer different from what other people say. Then you can like my version or not, but
Yeah.
this changed my perspective on what to do. Because
you seem like you also, I think you said also that you wouldn't make the Noblet because there are so many Noblets. And then this one, I mean, for people watching, I love Noblet, I love Tarot de Marseille, but Noblet is my study deck, right? I've learned with Noblet, and with Noblet, your version is absolutely fantastic, and it just the paper is amazing, the shuffling is amazing, the colors, the all look is just it's such a gem, and I'm so glad that you decided to make your version of Noblet. It's very different from anything I have.
Thank you. Well, Noblet, I think it was the first deck made by a lot of people I made. I'm not sure, but for sure it's one of the first I made, the Noblet. But sometimes you make a deck really by chance. It happened that you speak or you read a thread on the internet about the deck. You look the images. Maybe I can do this or not. I think that somebody asked for a Noblet on, I don't remember which forum.
I'll just show you.
And I retook the project. I was stuck with Noblet because the missing spades. Again, I'm not good enough as a painter to make fake cards. What I could do is what Peterson did. I mean, the new cards in style of the original, but that you can see that are new. This was the maximum I could make with my skill. That's why I didn't make before in Oblay also. Then I had the idea of using the Vieville, the modified Vieville pip cards with the missing spades. Because I mean, to judge the missing spades, you must look them together with the existing one.
Yeah.
Yes, to say if you have made the good or bad replacement spades, you can show only the new cards. You have to show with the existing spades. It's obvious. But I've seen lots of comparison online. Flip, 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 flip. Nobody comparing the 6 of spades with the 4 of spades, because this is the point. Finish.
Looking for four spades.
Finish the lamentation. No, but really, sometimes I'm asking if people making the review is connected or making. Sorry, should stop.
I hope you like my reviews.
Sorry.
I hope you like my reviews.
Yeah, your reviews are not bad, but I think you made. I think you made the same things showing that you didn't compare the existing with the missing, not the new one with the other new one.
No, it's a good point, because later next week I will be making a video on Nablé. So thank you. Yeah, it's a good point. I'll just make sure that I will focus on the the ones that are missing and the ones that been remade in other decks. I can't find the 4 spades.
What are you looking for?
I'm looking for 4. Yeah, I've got pretty much all of them apart from 4. I have 6. Do you have 4?
4 and 6 is okay. This is new.
Yeah,
It's fake.
it's very nice. Yeah. But anyway, so I'll keep it in mind for my next video. But Cheryl, comment from Cheryl that she feels the same about Marcos Modrone. He sent it into the stratosphere. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's my favorite Modrone now. And Anna's saying that all I can say is thank you, Marco, for all your wonderful decks.
Oh, and it's one of my more faithful fan.
Yes, so I think we covered everything, and I don't see any more questions coming unless anyone has a burning question. We've been here for quite a while now.
6 minutes.
Yeah, I know.
My goodness.
It goes so quick, much quicker, but yeah, we always go for quite a while. So maybe, let's say goodbye, because it's getting quite late for people in Europe and for you, Marco, and for Anne there in the UK. So as usual, thank you so much for your time and for joining me again and for sharing in such great detail and teaching us not just about, and what I like about your decks as well, you see when you do completion, like we did the video on Charles VI, is that we will not only learn about your completion, but we also learn about all the other important historic decks that you bring in, into them. So like to me it's very important, and like I mean your personal Modrone, it's a stunner, but again your decks are treasures, and they are like, I mean, they have special place in my shelves. They're absolute treasures. Yeah, I'll just quickly highlight the last comments. And after this video publishes, of course, as usual, I will include Marco's Facebook page and his email address, where you can contact Marco directly to order his decks. But also on Facebook page, Marco posts when he releases new decks. But also you can find information about all of the decks that Marco has available. Comment from Anne. All right, thank you, Marco. Stay for the next few minutes, but we'll just say goodbye to everyone and check out.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Marsha. It's always a pleasure to make this video with you. Always available for make other when you want.
Yeah, same here. 5 times already. So
Five.
yeah, and we'll be counting. All right. So yeah, thank you everyone for watching.
Hello everybody. Thank you for assisting the video. Really appreciate. Okay.
Yeah, and wishing a great weekend to everyone. And I will see you soon on my channel, and Marco will be, of course, on his Facebook page if you have any questions. So bye, everyone.
Bye bye. Ciao.
Ciao, ciao tutti.